MotoGP is the pinnacle of motorcycle racing. Within this elite class, engineers continue to develop sophisticated electronics to push the envelope on track, helping our riders to ensure they can achieve their maximum potential and enable them to be faster and more consistent with every lap they ride. Yamaha has taken this cutting-edge, race-bred technology and applied it to the highest level of production machinery, the limited edition 2017 YZF R1M. With the R1M, your riding experience will be closer to MotoGP than ever, especially when benefiting from the sophisticated technologies that assist and support you on board to make you feel more comfortable, to improve your riding with more control, to achieve better lap times. This three-part tutorial will cover selected highlights of the YZF R1M's abilities, ensuring you get the best out of your machine with instructions on how to use and operate the unique, user-friendly control systems. Over the next chapters, we'll introduce you to the incredible IMU, the beating heart of the YZF R1M's advanced technology, explaining how it gathers the data essential for making the calculations and adjustments delivered in real time to the bike's systems to control behavior. We will then walk you through, step by step, the 7 control systems that give you an unprecedented ability to set up your R1M to your riding style, capability and track conditions. We will explain clearly the variable inputs for power, lift control, slide control, traction control, launch control, quick shifter and electronic race suspension to ensure you get the most from your machine. Finally, we will complete our tutorial with clear instructions on where to find and download the YRC and Y-Track apps. We will explain how to use the amazing apps, putting total control of your YZF R1M at your fingertips through your smartphone or tablet. Once you've completed the tutorials, the rest is up to you to get out there and raise your game. In the next video, Chapter 2, we'll take a closer look at the IMU and walk through the control systems. Welcome to the 2017 YZF R1M tutorial series, Chapter 2. This chapter looks under the skin of the R1M at the technology that gives the R1M its amazing ability to intelligently support your riding on track with its dynamic advanced rider control systems, all connected to its beating heart, the IMU. The R1M's inertial measurement unit is a system directly derived from our MotoGP experience. It detects and measures movements in forward, backward, up, down and right-left directions, and the velocity of lean angles in all directions. The IMU then calculates and relays that information in real time to the bike systems to control the engine and the behavior of the chassis to assist the rider. Depending on the settings you input into the R1M relevant to your skill level and the riding conditions, the optimal riding experience is created. The R1M offers 7 key control systems that assist you in your riding. They can all be adjusted individually or as a group to match your riding style and conditions. These are the following: Power Modes, PWR, Traction Control System, TCS, Slide Control System, SCS, Launch Control System, LCS, Quick Shift System, QSS, Lift Control, LIF, Electronic Race Suspension, ERS. Power Modes. The Power Mode lets you select one of the 4 available engine power settings, indicated from 1 to 4. 1 gives you the most linear and powerful delivery, and 4 gives the gentlest response. It's possible to view, select and change the Power Mode in the main menu on the dashboard. You simply select the power field with the Mode button, then toggle either up or down on the same switch to choose. Alternatively, the Power Mode can be adjusted in the YRC menu. Traction Control System. The traction control system controls wheel spin by detecting and then regulating the difference between front and rear wheel speed, and is also lean angle sensitive. During high lean, the system gives stronger traction assistance for enhanced grip and control. Like the Power Mode, TCS can be selected and adjusted in the main dashboard menu and in the YRC menu. You can turn it off completely or select 1 for minimum assistance, up to 9 for maximum assistance. Slide control system. The slide control system regulates engine power when a slide is detected. Sliding is an effective technique for a rider, but too much slide can be a bad thing. The IMU is able to detect any slide in the rear wheel, and depending on the amount of slide, the SCS can step in and limit the engine output to the rear tyre. From the main dashboard menu or the YRC menu, you can choose to turn it off completely or select 1 for minimum assistance, meaning high slide allowance, or up to 3 for maximum assistance. Note that when traction control is turned off, slide control is also inactive. Launch control system. By limiting RPMs when the throttle is open, the launch control system allows for a smoother launch from standstill by providing 3 different settings that control engine power and output. By limiting RPMs when the throttle is open, the launch control system works with TCS and lift to limit the back wheel from slipping and the front wheel from lifting for maximum attack. From the YRC menu, you can decide whether you have the LCS off completely, or use option 1 for minimum assistance, or option 2 for higher assistance for a smoother start. Quick shift system. The quick shift system means you can upshift quickly and easily without using the clutch and closing the throttle. A sensor on the shift lever rod detects when the rider is shifting gears, and the QSS sends data to the ECU, cutting torque to the engaged gear and shifting up automatically. From the YRC menu, you can choose option 1 for the fastest shifts, perfect for performance riding. With option 2 selected, you have a smoother option, and the QSS can also be turned off. Lift control. The lift control system monitors and regulates the power output when the IMU detects a sudden or strong elevation of the front wheel, especially at high lean angle. If lift sees too much lift, then it limits power to the rear wheel, ensuring the ride is as smooth as possible by reducing the distraction of front end lift. The 4 settings that can be found in the YRC menu range from off to 3, where 3 provides largest amount of assistance and the least amount of lift. When the lift control is turned off, launch control is also inactive. Electronic race suspension. The Öhlins electronic race suspension is a highly sophisticated system that makes constant adjustments to the front and rear suspension settings while riding, depending on track or street surface conditions and on the movement of the machine. Based on information from the IMU and several sensors, the ERS determines the optimal front and rear compression and rebound damping, and changes are then made instantly. Because the ERS is constantly making adjustments to the suspension, the rider experiences additional stability and control when braking and accelerating, increased traction when exiting corners, excellent front-end precision, and a smoother ride. In the YRC, you can choose from 3 automatic settings. A1 is ideal for track riding with slick tyres. A3 is ideal for road usage. If you prefer the suspension settings to remain static, one of the manual settings can be chosen, indicated with an M. For your convenience, Yamaha's factory test riders carefully developed 4 base group settings for the R1M, and these are available as Mode A, B, C, and D in your YRC, as well as on the main dashboard. All the settings within the 4 modes can be adjusted and saved as you wish. The preset Mode A and B are ideal for track, Mode A being most racy. Mode C provides a smoother setting for track or street, while Mode D is the best base for damp track conditions and longer distance street usage. Now you understand the amazing level of technology the YZF R1M brings to the racetrack to help you maximize your riding style to deliver the best possible riding experience. For our next and final chapter, Chapter 3, we will walk you through the applications available to make setting up and adjusting the modes on your YZF R1M even easier. Welcome to the 2017 YZF R1M tutorial series, Chapter 3. This final chapter shares where to find the Y-Track, CCU config and YRC setting apps that enhance use of the YZF R1M. We'll also walk you through using them to make the most of their functions so as to benefit the setup of your machine. The Yamaha Y-Track, CCU config and YRC setting apps can be found on the Android and iOS app markets and are of course free to download. Please note that we show and explain the Android versions of the apps in this video. Basic functionality is of course the same in the iOS versions. Before we begin pairing your device with the YZF R1M, we recommend downloading the apps. Then you need to get access to the communication control unit, which is located below the R1M's carbon passenger seat cover. After unscrewing 2 screws using a Torx number 30 screwdriver, you'll be able to see the CCU. Please note down the code as mentioned behind SN on the device. Please note down all the digits, 0 included. Now, switch your R1M on to its standby position and also activate the Wi-Fi connection on your device. Your bike can now be recognized by the network address, starting with Yamaha Moto CCU. The password to connect to the CCU was the code you noted down before. Read and agree to the terms and conditions, then open the Y-Track app. Using the Settings button, go to User Information and create a new user. Under the SSID section, please input the exact network Wi-Fi name your bike provides, which starts with Yamaha Moto CCU, all capitals and all digits. If you wish, you can of course put your name and image to personalize your user profile. Now your device and the bike have been paired. Let's now start with the YRC setting app. The YRC setting app basically mirrors the YRC screen on your R1M. The app gives you the ability to make changes to your desired settings remotely and then upload them directly to your YZF R1M wirelessly. Detailed information about the YRC itself was shown in Chapter 2. Use the YRC setting app to create a desired group of settings, for example for a wet setup. Press a mode button for a few seconds to enter edit mode, then press edit to change the name of the setting group to wet. Click OK. Now you can adjust to the desired power setting, traction control, lift control, electronic suspension setting. Within the suspension menu, you can also make individual changes to front compression and rebound and rear compression and rebound. Once the settings are made, press the upload button, approve the transfer, and your settings will be sent to your R1M. With all the amazing technology on board, the YZF R1M has the ability to track your riding using GPS. Using the Yamaha CCU config app, you can configure a race course for automatic lap timing function and to set the sampling rate of the logging mode. In this app, you can create a virtual GPS line by tapping and holding the marker to set the timing line for your laps, then push once to save the information. Once saved, select Upload to transfer the information to your R1M. Then it's time to ride. Press record on your R1M dashboard before you leave the pit lane and go. While you ride, the data will be stored in the CCU as a log. The Y-Track app is the ultimate companion to your YZF R1M for track riding. The app enables an incredible level of data analysis, collecting the data from every lap you ride on any circuit to enable you to truly become one with the R1M, and we recommend using a tablet to get the best access to the information it can deliver. When a particular ride is over, you can download the data from your CCU to evaluate it. Open the Y-Track app, click on the main calendar view, then scroll to a date of your ride. Push on the date and you will open the list of recorded data. Select a data file and it will open to show the laps recorded. Select the file you wish to download, then press download and the file will transfer. Now you're ready to analyze your data. Select the lap you want to evaluate, then touch the graph button at the top of the screen. Now you can see the data from the lap. On the left, you will see the map with the exact position of the bike. On the right, you will see the graph which plots the settings as per your wish. you can zoom in or zoom out of the map to view in detail how the bike was behaving on a certain track section. You can also view or hide which information you wish to see on the graph. If you return to the previous screen, you can select a second lap. Click the graph button again and you can now compare exactly the difference in the data between the two laps. The R1M offers you a wide range of data, such as RPM, gear, throttle position, traction control, side slip control, lift control, lean angle, front and rear wheel speed, brake pressure, etc. Do note, you can only compare up to 5 data graphs at a time. Each of these can be then seen in detail so that you can learn and ultimately become faster around the racetrack. If you wish to, it is also possible to share your data with others. It's very simple to upload the recorded data to an email to send out to your friends. Within the Y-Track app, you can also shortcut directly to either the YRC setting or CCU config apps. Simply push the icon on the top right of the screen to access the one you wish. Do note, the other 2 apps must be installed on your device beforehand. We hope this series will enable you to make use of the YZF R1M's amazing capabilities to ride safely, yet far more quickly around the track. Experiment with and modify the modes, and record your laps using them to find your preferred setup. If you don't like a certain setup, then you can always analyze the data to understand which aspects of the settings need to be adjusted. The YZF R1M enables you to be your own pit crew. Of course, you can always come back to these tutorials to understand your bike better. And if there are some questions which are not answered in these videos, you can of course visit one of the many Yamaha dealers. We hope you will enjoy the journey into our world.